First of all, on behalf of Liberty University and Liberty Softball, we're so excited to be here, be a part of College Station Regionals. It's going to be a challenge facing the number one seeded team in the country, but we're excited. We've seen some top seeds before, so we're looking forward to playing our game. You have some of the top players for Liberty here to ask some questions, and we had a really good practice today. We appreciate the hospitality of Texas A&M. It's been fantastic, and it's bringing back some memories when I played at UCLA to be back in the area as well. But we're just very blessed. God has been very faithful, and we're going to trust the gifts he's given us and the opportunities.
All right, we'll open up to questions.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us. Aiden Lavin, center field Marist. Just to start, how does Dot's playing experience help you as players when she's coaching you guys?
Well, Coach Dot's a very much competitor, and so she pushes us to be our best every day. And so, like, when we're playing, she's honestly like another teammate in a sense when it comes to, like, getting the energy going as well. I know as, like, a leader, as leaders, we're supposed to do that, but she's also on our side as well. And so having her on the field with us is like another teammate, and so that energy is awesome.
I agree. I think she helps us not stay complacent and just always want to do better and be better, and just know that we're so much greater than we think we are, and just to help us reach our full potential.
And then as a team, for someone, it might be their first time watching, what would you describe the team's identity as?
Our identity is in Christ, so we hope that when you guys come and watch us play, like, we're playing freely, we're enjoying ourselves, and we're trusting our gifts, and we don't look timid, and, you know, we're just trusting whatever is supposed to happen in our work that we put in.
I agree completely. Our identity is in Christ, and we don't just play for him, but we play for each other, and we truly just, like, love being each other's teammates, so it just makes the game so much more fun.
Dot, for you, Coach Joe Asanio from Marist, he spoke very highly of you a few minutes ago. What is your relationship like with Joe?
Well, we've been around a long time, and he is very respected. He's done amazing things at Marist, and just through the years. I was just talking to Polly, who brought me over here with the NCAA representative here. Just softball is a huge family, and the history of softball, I just think about the first NCAA championship we ever had was in Omaha, Nebraska in 1982. And in 1983, my senior year, it was Texas A&M. We faced them. We all had food poisoning, and, for UCLA's team. But the point is that even Paulie was saying, God, I watched you when I was growing up. And so it's so cool to see what we see right here from the press. Joe's been a part of that all. He's done amazing things at Marist. What a record he's got. What an amazing season. 47-7-1. Strong pitching, some strong hitting. This is going to be a game that we are not overlooking at all because with him at the helm, we're going to be ready for some great softball and great strategy as we both fight it out.
Yeah, speaking on that, this could be for any of you. Both teams have 47 wins coming into this game. How does the success of the regular and the playoff now coming into a regional tournament, how does that help you guys build a winning culture?
Well, I feel like we're very much prepared, like, even in the beginning of the season when we're beating, like, Alabama and UCF, other strong squads, like, that momentum's carried throughout the season. And then we're going into, conference. We kind of had some challenges that we worked through together as a team. It wasn't just one person. And so, like, that's kind of the energy we're bringing into this weekend. Like, it's not going to take one of us. We all need to be on four cylinders and just, like, getting the job done.
I agree. I think that if conference tournament taught us anything, it was that we need to be together to win. It taught us just that it takes all of us, like Roupe said, and that it doesn't matter who gets the job done. Somebody just needs to step up and do it.
So what do those jobs consist of in order to find success this weekend?
For an offense side, like stringing hits together, timely hits, like we can't have a single and then nobody produces or moves the runner. So we have to string hits together, be timely, use every strategy that we have. If you can bunt, get the bunts down, slaps, whatever we need, like be scrappy and make in-game adjustments.
For pitching, it's just that Coach always tells us, like, big players are big in big moments and they get their job done. So I think that just having people step up whenever we need them to. And same for defense, just making like routine plays and trusting each other out there and just knowing that we're playing for each other.
Well, we have a squad that is very competitive. They are very hard on themselves. And here's two of them up here, but there are others that I'm trying to teach them that it's not about perfection. It's the pursuit of perfection. It's the pursuit of excellence. Like, the greatest way to honor the Lord is to use the gifts he's given you to the best of your ability, no matter what the outcome. And when you do that, that truly is success. And as I bring it up, these two, the adversity that we have gone through, you're looking at Elena right here. For a month, we didn't have her at full capacity, and still you can put your boot out from some injuries that she's had. But what's amazing, too, is these are student athletes. And here you see Elena with a nursing major, 15 hours doing clinicals, not getting sleep, having exams, having a knee injury, having an ankle, Achilles injury, all of these things, but persevering. And you have Roupe over here, an amazing student as well. And Roupe with her goals. I mean, you look at the country here, she has 20 home runs. Do you have 20 home runs? She's got a lot of home runs, okay? But the point is, it's like we're not focused on the stats because Marist has amazing stats as well. But what we're focusing is, can we come together, and can we come together at the right time? And that's what's exciting when you saw our conference championship. It was like you cannot be complacent. And we just persevered, coming together, and we want to take that momentum throughout postseason here.
And last question for me, what are the expectations that you have through scout and film for your matchup on Friday against Marist?
Well, scouting against Marist, let me tell you, we have to be smart in the circle. We've got to hit our spots. For offense, we have to be prepared for the pitches that are going to be coming our way. And when you see your pitch, rip the cover off of the ball. But it's really about, as I'm going into myself, visualizing it and then making it happen, playing it. Just focus on the ball, because this is an amazing stadium. It's going to be an amazing crowd. The nation is watching, and isn't that awesome? It's where we want to be.
So, ladies, as seniors, what's different about this ride for you ladies? What are you looking to get out of this? Obviously, does it have a different feel to it?
For sure. I mean, but in the best way possible. I think it's bringing out the best of our energy, our skills, and I think we saw that in conference when we had lost one and we had to come back, and basically like our season we were fighting for it, and I think we saw a lot of people excel. I think you do like 15% better or worse under pressure, and I think a lot of us seniors returning, like we've been in this atmosphere before, and so I think we're more so like fueled, and knowing it could be our last like run here, like we're giving it our all, and so we're excited.
I agree. I think a lot of the seniors and even the lower classmen like Paige Dorr are just, they know that this is our final run, so everyone's just like leaving everything on the field, playing every game with everything that we have, and just trying to enjoy the moments that we get and just really staying present. I think that's like the biggest thing that we've learned from this year is just be present every single game. So I think that's going to be big this weekend.
Do you ladies feel, because you've got a lot of NCAA tournament experience, some programs don't or whatever, have you felt you've made progress each year and gotten a little bit better to where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, for me, my first regional was Duke my freshman year. We beat Georgia, but we weren't able to execute. And then like my sophomore year was the UCLA year that we bumped them out, and like being sent to a number 2 seed, all the odds are against you, but you know, we had so much fun, saw the growth there. And then last year, like being 1 out away from supers, like that was just left a really bad taste. And so I think this year, like we've been here, a lot of us have done that, like we're just excited to get on the field and do it.
And Coach, where do you feel your program's at? I know every coach looks to, you know, if you're not moving ahead, you're going backwards. So where do you feel your program is at right now?
Well, this is my 12th season, and this is without a doubt the strongest, talented, most depth that we've ever had. But the Lord is bringing us amazing players, right? And these are two examples. Where I think it's at, you guys, I'm so excited for you to watch them. I mean, and as much as you see the talent on the field, they're even so much better as human beings. You know, it's like, I'm so blessed. And I'm so proud of them. I'm excited that they get to play this game that they love. And our program right now, we've been ranked, as you're aware, probably in the top 25 of the polls. They dropped us out of it pretty quickly when we had a couple weeks of injuries that, we didn't have a couple starters in. But we are definitely one of the top programs in the nation, but we got to just keep proving it over and over again. I'm excited where Liberty softball is. I'm excited where Liberty softball is going. The incoming recruits are just phenomenal, but it's women like this they're building the legacy. And that's what's happening. Liberty softball is on the map, and Liberty softball is rising, and I want all of you guys just keep rising with us. It's just such a blessing.
Coach, you've done this a long time, so there's numbers beside your name or not. If you're going to go any place, is there anything added or negative about going to the number one spot, so to speak, the number one host?
Well, it was amazing. If you were watching the selection show, right, and we were having the watch party, before I'm like, hey, guys, where do you think we're going to go? And everyone said South Carolina. And then there were a couple that said, I think one said Clemson. So when this show started and Texas A&M was brought up, it was like we were not even watching. We're like, we're not going to go there. And so then St. Francis, well-deserved, and Marist, well-deserved. And all of a sudden, the girls were talking to each other, and I heard Conference USA, and I looked and I saw Liberty, and then it goes Rachel Roupe, and I was like, ladies, that's us. And the cameras were going. They're all like, oh. So it was a shock. It was shock. We're still kind of surprised that we would go to the number one seed. I'm not sure this selection committee what they were looking at or thinking, because I feel we're a very competitive team. So I hope we demonstrate that. But yeah, we're surprised. But about 5 years ago, we went to Puerto Vallarta and we stopped at A&M on our way back. So unfortunately, this group wasn't a part of that. But we have been here before and excited about it. What a great school and a great opportunity for us to. It's going to be a fun four groups.
I laughed because I saw your video about you being here. And I probably went out and saw the end of that game. I actually, against Lori Stahl.
Remember 29 innings, 5.5-hour game against Lori Stahl in the circle, a lefty throwing in the 70s, 40 feet away, and we won. UCLA beat her on a squeeze play. I don't know if you stayed that long.
It was out at the city park.
Yep.
And what's funny is Bob Brock, I guess you still deal with him. I actually believe I started the game and went to the paper and got the paper out and came back, and you guys were still playing.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was one of the longest games in probably softball history. But when you're facing back then with the white ball, right, and Lori thrown so hard 40 feet away, but one of the slowest runners on our team, Donna Hauer, was at third base, and with 2 strikes, Sharon Backus gives me a bunt, put the bunt down, and she scored, and I think there's probably not one umpire in the world that would have called her out. So that was an exciting game. But there's a history with me and a lot of alumni from, the Aggies, but I want the history to be made right with this group, and I've had my time, and now the light's on them. It's their time.
Okay, we'll turn it over to our Zoom. Eric or Bryson, y'all have anything for us?
Hey, guys.
Eric Lopez, D1 softball for Coach. Coach, obviously it was a surprise to see your name pop up in College Station, but it's not the first time that's been a surprise. You got to go to LA a couple of years ago. You've also played in regionals in the SEC. Do you think those experiences help you in this group in particular this weekend? Oh,
without a doubt. I think Roupe summed it up really well. We've taken down UCLA and Georgia and Tennessee at the regionals. We were at Tennessee. We've won, Alabama, beating Alabama a few times. And as you're aware of UCF this year, we were able to beat them, and they've been a very competitive squad, and they're traveling to Texas too. That was a surprise. But I just think that whatever path the Lord has, it's going to be. And so for us, the experience that these young women have, look at Escobar, right? I mean, This kid is a competitor. She actually, when she was in North Alabama, beat us in conference, the ASUN conference tournament. And when she was on the portal and wanted to be with us, this kid is a competitor. And you have to have that in the circle. So I can go on and on. There have been some really great wins. And right now, we're looking to the future to have some even better ones.
And then for the players, starting with you, Rachel, take me through that USA tournament, because you knew that was going to be, big moment. You didn't know what would happen if you didn't win that conference tournament. You got pushed to the limit. Just describe that experience and being able to come out on top and once again go with another ring.
Well, I think us losing to Jack State honestly helped us with momentum so much. If we would have beat them and then seen them in the conference championship game the next day, I don't know if we would have played them as hard. And then having that 10-inning game against La Tech, it was honestly very just bittersweet, because I just saw so many people step up and compete, and it was a team win that we needed. And Elena beside me, it was amazing. Her 10 innings she was unstoppable, and then she turns around the next day and looks like she had a whole week of rest and didn't pitch a whole 10 innings yesterday. So to have that in the circle, and then people like Woodard stepping up with a leadoff hit, and then we just get things going, that was just awesome. And so I think we saw a lot of great things happen and a lot of people come together at the right time, and so hopefully we carry that into this week.
I agree. I think the loss against Jack State is what we needed to learn that we have to actually fight to keep playing this season. And then La Tech going into extras, every single inning after the 7th, they were like, we're going to finish it. We're going to say finish it. We're going to do this. We're going to get it done. And I think that it just kept pushing everyone. Everyone knew that we were going to win that game, so we needed it. It was good.
All right, each of your players, describe your teammate. Elena, starting with you, describe Rachel Roupe for those who are going to see her play this week.
I would say focused and determined. I can always tell when Roupe's going to get a hit. She just has this look in her eyes, and she does this thing where she'll stand in the box and then she'll walk towards the other dugout and then she'll walk back, and I'm like, yeah, she's about to absolutely crush this ball. So she's just so fun to play with. She's just very focused.
Thanks, Elena. Elena is just a competitor. I don't even have other words to describe her. She's competitive, and she's just somebody that wants the ball, and there's just grit every time. And if she doesn't hit a spot or anything, you can just tell. And she does her little whatever, you're shaking your glove or whatever. I'm just she's in it, and once she gets going, she's so hard to hit. And just facing her throughout the fall and at North Alabama, she's one of the hardest pitchers I've ever faced, and I face a lot of pitchers. And so it's just really fun to be on the same squad as her now.
Coach, Joe Asania says you're the greatest player ever. Is it honored, as he said, to face you? I don't know how well you know Coach, but he's got a great background playing in the big leagues in baseball, and obviously he's done a great job with the program of Marist. What does it speak to the job that he's done, as well as St. Francis and the Northeast schools?
Wow.
Really having a successful here, pumping up everywhere here in this NCAA tournament.
Yeah, as said earlier with Joe, he's done an amazing job, has got a lot of experience, and he's given the confidence to his team. You could see how he's just been right on this year. You can look at it even in the past. St. Francis, we played them in the past. We played them quite a bit, and see how competitive they are as well. But, when you come to regionals, baby, it is time. Anything can happen. I believe there's not one team in this country that is unbeatable. You've seen that, the parity, people call it, whatever it might be, that the talent in this nation is exciting to see. And these two players next to me and a lot of their teammates are so humble. They're so humble, and they're so hard on themselves for the drive to be the best that they can be. That's what takes you through these moments. And I know that Joe has been working with, Marist as well. So we are not looking past that game at all. We look forward to it. I'm humbled by him to say that he felt as a pretty good player. But I can just say I love every minute. God's brought me back into this sport to coach. I'm an orthopedic surgeon by trade, and then an executive of a hospital for years. But being in the game, there's nothing like it. When you got that passion, and I know Joe has it as well, and when we can put a team together to get to this level, it's now their job. It's now their time, And I'm excited just for these girls to play with such freedom, and you guys just enjoy every minute of it.
And then my last question, Coach. What's the key this weekend for your team to have success? If you do blank, what is that blank that you'll have to do to have a successful weekend?
If we stay together, trusting the gifts that God has given us and how we're united for one mission, which is to be the best that we can be, to give God the glory, we do that, it's showtime, baby. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Anything else on Zoom?
Yeah, I just got two quick questions. Coach, you mentioned earlier, I wanted to ask about Rachel Roupe. You said, I want the history to be made with this group here. I guess you spent so much time with Rachel over the years, and obviously you've done everything you can do in softball yourself. I guess, can you speak to how much you want this for her, and after the career that she's kind of had here at Liberty, how much do you kind of want it for a player like Rachel?
Well, I want it tremendously for Rachel and Elena. I mean, all of our seniors, we have 8 of them. But when you look at Roupe, I remember this sweet little innocent teenager that's there, and see her mature into this young, godly woman. She's got a strong relationship going on with Q, and her family's just amazing. They're at almost every single game. And, I just want it so badly for all of them to be able to recognize just the impact they've made, and for her loyalty to be a part of our program with transfer portals, everything right there, to see Elena come to us, and a lot of our transfers that came to us because they want to be a part of this culture. And Roupe has been a part of that. We have from Paige Dorr and Savannah Watley coming from Oregon State, the whole thing they started talking about was Rachel Roupe. They want to be like Rachel Roupe. They have recognized her, which means from Virginia to Oregon State, people have recognized her talent, and she needs to be recognized. I was shocked if I didn't see her in the top 50 watch list. I don't know if she was. I don't get into all that stuff, but this is one of the best players in softball, and she proves it time in and time again. I've been watching some games, scouting, and they'll talk about 14 home runs or this or that, but she's the real deal, and it's just so exciting. I think her future might hold professionalism. She's a pro right now, but she needs to get paid for it more. So I'm excited about that. But I tell you, she has a special place in my heart, and she always will. And I'm just so proud of her.
Thanks, Coachy.
Did I embarrass you enough?
A little bit.
Quickly, Rachel, on the opposite side of that, you spent 4 years here at Liberty, and as Coach mentioned, you kind of helped build this culture. What would it mean for you to kind of go out, obviously, with your last year and everything that's kind of built this in your career, with an opportunity to win a super regional?
I mean, it would be so surreal. I think it's just something that we've been trying to build for 4 years, and so if it's God's will and to see that happen, that would be amazing. But every single girl here deserves it, especially our senior class, and so just to make that happen, it would be really special, especially with this group of girls. So, yeah.